And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Paris Saint-Germain versus Tottenham Hotspur FC, UEFA Super Cup 2025. Udinese is where they're playing in Italy. The UEFA Champions League winners versus the UEFA Conference League winners. The UEFA Super Cup. Here we go. Can Tottenham do what Chelsea did and beat PSG in a major cup final? Or is playing PSG at a major cup final not for everybody? Or I should say beating them. How we doing, Jimmy? How we doing? Tottenham, the defending Europa League champions, but they have a new manager. And Paris won the Champions League for the first time and proceeded to lose to Chelsea at the Club World Cup final. I know. I'm still surprised that happened. Starting 11s are as follows for PSG. We have Lucas Chevalier. The back four of Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Pacho, Nunes. The midfield three of Desiree Doué, Vitinha, Warren Zaire-Emery. And the front three of Kavicha Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele, and Bradley Barcola. Well, they bring out their trophies. There you go. And for Tottenham, in goal, we have Vicario. The back three of Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, Kevin Danso. The midfield five of Pedro Porro, Rodrigo Betancourt, João Palhinha. We have Pape Sarr, Jed Spence, and up top, Mohamed Kudus and Richarlison. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I thought PSG could make it. I didn't think Tottenham ever would. Thomas Frank versus Luis Enrique. This is as much of a freaking mismatch as Maresca and freaking Enrique. But then again, that went well. Who knows? I can predict PSG will win against Tottenham. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. I think PSG are going to win. It'd be funny if they didn't. Do you think Arsenal fans will be more pissed? I mean, they'll be a little bit, but it's the Super Cup. That's what they're going to say. It's going to be like, it's the Super Cup. It's the Super Cup. It's fine-ish. Yeah, I could see that. This is either going to be a giant ass kicking or this is going to be a really tight game. I'm not too sure. It's another trophy. It's the Super Cup. It's the Super Cup. Not like Arsenal's ever been there, but whatever. Starting 11, Chevalier for PSG. Nunes, Pacho, Marquinhos, Hakimi. Doué, Vitinha, Zaire-Emery. They put Doué in the midfield. That's crazy. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Barcola. No Donnarumma. I do too. UEFA could have said that 3 years ago and they would have been... I feel like it's a little bit late, but I do like the message. I feel like it's a little bit late, though. I feel like they've put it out a little bit late, but okay. Does this mean Tottenham has more European trophies than Arsenal since they won the Europa League? Yes, they do. They actually do, yes. And Chelsea did as soon as they won their European trophies. Shaking hands, here we go. Oh, look, there's a Europa League Champions patch that's different. That's cool. That's cool. Center referee is João Pinheiro from Portugal. I mean, you're right, but it's the Super Cup. It's probably done because of the outrage the TikTokers have said. Exactly. UEFA waited until it was pretty much damn over to say it. And you know exactly. Vicario, Van de Ven, Danso, Romero, Pedro Porro, Sarr, Betancourt, Paulinho, Spence, Richarlison, Kudus. But yeah, at least UEFA finally said, stop killing civilians. When you could have said that 3 years ago and it would have meant more. But, you know. But then again, it ain't the first group of people who have waited 3 years to say something like that, you know. Now they're not afraid to say it. Which I don't know why you'd be afraid to say it. Like, what's so bad? What's so bad about saying stop killing civilians? Like, why are you afraid to say that? Until now, where it's okay to say it. Trying to be on the right side of history, but it took you 3 damn years. I mean, I just picked this for the colors. I really don't give a shit. I only care about covering it. I really could care less who wins. You know what, honestly, I might be rooting for Tottenham a little bit more just for the memes. Just for the memes. Just to see Arsenal fans lose their shit and PSG to be... And you know what? It felt good when Chelsea did it. You know what? Let's see if Tottenham can do it. This is why you don't sell a guy like Donnarumma. And maybe I could say that as well. And we're off 0-0. And we'll be back for Forge in Vancouver at 6 o'clock. But that's the one I really care about today is Forge. That's what I really care about. Either way. That's what I really care about. But either way. Cleared away. It would be funny if Tottenham won this. Shot over the bar. And Tottenham tried to take their chance early. Because that's smart. See? Just learn it from Plaza Amador. Take your chances. Take your chances. I think it was Atletico Madrid, yes, in the Super Cup. The last time a Europa champion beat the Champions League winner, it was Atletico. Yeah, it was Atletico. Sevilla did not beat Bayern. Chelsea beat Villarreal. Frankfurt did not beat Madrid. Man City beat Sevilla on penalties, but it was close. Sevilla almost got that one, I won't lie. Madrid beat Atalanta. Yeah, I think it was Atletico. Donnarumma's going to Man City. I mean, they have personal terms agreed, but he won't play for PSG. Even if, well, shit, that's bad for him. Next time you want to see Donnarumma play is the freaking World Cup qualifiers. If he doesn't get moved in the window. 2 minutes in. Yeah, that was close too, but Chelsea still won. Oh, yeah, Chelsea. Oh, you're talking about, oh, yeah, they won on penalties, but they lost to Liverpool on penalties. Yeah, they did. They were close, yeah. They were close when they won the Europa League. Yeah, you're right. 7 years ago. FS2. Yeah, FS2. Still kind of salty Tottenham beat Man United. I want Paris to stomp them. I mean, really, as I said, I just want Tottenham to win for the memes. That seems like that'd be fun. I can't believe I'm not really rooting for anybody, but Tottenham for the memes. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Header. And cleared away by Vitinha. But PSG is probably going to win. If PSG wins, I could say beating PSG at a major cup final isn't for everybody. If Tottenham wins, I could be like, hey, Arsenal, Tottenham made a Super Cup. They won a European trophy, and they made a Super Cup, and they won both in the span of 2 months before you ever could. I don't know which one's funnier. Chelsea winning 2 big trophies in 2 months, or Tottenham doing it before you ever won a trophy under, or I should say, won a second trophy under Arteta. That's cool. Really? That's crazy, though. I would have thought Norwegians were pretty normal in MLS. Like, that was a normal sight. Thomas Frank coaching his first competitive game for Tottenham. Of course, his second competitive game will be in the Premier League this weekend. That is true, but I'm talking about... That's true. That's true. That's true. Like, do I want Chelsea to be the only ones to do that, win the conference, and then win the Club World Cup, and then make Arsenal look horrible? Or do I want Tottenham to do it too? Like, this is an enemy of my enemy is my friend type of situation right now. Because either way, I control Arsenal at the very least, no matter what happens. And I can also maybe troll Tottenham if they lose. Winning a major cup final against PSG ain't for everybody. Five minutes in. Chelsea, world champion. Yeah, that's what I was referencing when I said winning a major cup final against PSG isn't for everybody. If Tottenham doesn't win. It isn't for everybody. Tottenham should lose, but, you know. So far, it's actually a lot tighter than I expected. I mean, was it really almost got relegated, or were they just in a position where if a team was actually one of the 3 bottom teams were actually good? I mean, for their sake, yeah, they were at the position, like right up at the line, but they were never going to go under the line. That's how bad those promoted teams were. Let's Those promoted teams were so bad that they were never afraid of actually getting relegated. Like, let's not beat around the bush here. Let's not bullshit. Let's not change history here. It was damn obvious that the 3 promoted teams were all that bad and going down last year in the Prem. Even Ipswich, where I wished they would hold on, and they did look solid at times, especially against Chelsea. Tottenham were never getting relegated, or United for that matter. They threw the league knowing the bottom 3 teams the past years have all been horrible. Exactly. That's true. They focused on Europe. Speaking of promoted teams, has Jamie Vardy retired yet? As far as I know, no, he hasn't retired yet. I'm surprised he hadn't come to MLS yet. Maybe he is retired, actually. I thought he would go to Wrexham, honestly, but then they got Josh Windus. So, who knows, right? PSG plays to the top of the box, and Kvaratskhelia just spins and puts it out. That was not anything at all, really. Okay. He's a little man. He could still go to MLS. He might be loyal when it comes to English football, but he could still come to MLS. That doesn't ruin his loyalty. Hey, Monterrey, you need a new striker? Jamie Vardy's still free. Honestly, though, well, I'm surprised Toronto hadn't made a move for him yet. Let's be real. 99.99. Well, yeah, I mean, you add those two nines together, that's 99, and then you got 99. Well, yeah, you know what? That's meaningful. He wears 99. 10 minutes or 9 minutes in, 0-0. No Spanish because there's no team that speaks Spanish playing in this game. I'm not that good at French. Besides, salut, ça va? That's all I can do. So, Leon should have gotten Vardy instead of Funes Mori. Good point. Good point. Yeah, actually. Or what about Pachuca? They love old guy strikers. James Rodriguez and Jamie Vardy would legit, dude. You know they should have done that actually. James Rodriguez and Jamie Vardy would legit be Streets Won't Forget tiered. That'd be awesome. The rest of the team might suck around them, but you know that sounds good to me. The more and more I think about it, shit, they should have. They still could, arguably. Ball crossed in, that's out for a goal kick. Vardy and Funes Mori, or Vardy and James. Oh, shouldn't have made me think of that. That's crazy. That's cool. 10 minutes in, 0-0. Ooh. 9:53 millibar hurricane off the coast of the Outer Banks within day 8. 8 days off the Euro model. Oh. Somebody, yeah. Somebody go, is Connor here or not, or should I just save that for later? Yeah, the 12Z Euro at day 8. 9:53 millibar hurricane off the coast of the Outer Banks. It's definitely getting that outer eye wall on Kill Devil Hills. Damn. Okay. If Vardy did go to MLS, he'd probably go to Red Bull. Good one. He loves drinking Red Bull. Sadly enough to have Choupo-Moting, so that's at least a 9:53 millibar hurricane. That's at least a strong Cat 4. Jesus. Good thing it's going up the coast instead of into the coast. Still, it's not pretty, but you know. Good thing it's going to weaken a bit before it hits the Maritimes. From a certain amount. Thirteenth minute. Playing forward, 13 minutes in. Thirteen minutes in. Cross in. Nope. Tottenham ain't playing so bad right now, though. I give it 100 years for Chivas to win a Liga MX. I don't think it's going to take 100 years. Right. So we're saying 2097. Is that what we're saying? Okay. Because 2017. Shit, wait, that's not 100 years. I mean, 2,117. It's like, that's only 87 years, actually. Okay, yeah, 2,117. 17? Yeah, it's actually, you're right. It ain't going to take that long. Wait, aren't you a Chivas fan, though? Or is that somebody else? Aren't you a Chivas fan, though? "15 minutes in. "16th minute, 0-0. Yeah, but it is damn closer than people expected. I think it goes straight to penalties if we're tied after 90, just to be clear. I would think that's the case. It was, what, 3 years ago when it was Man City versus Sevilla? Was it 2? 2 years ago. That might have changed, though. Offside. Free kick for PSG. Playing it back. Goal kick for Chevalier. But yeah, Tottenham is doing much better than I expected. I thought they'd be struggling. It's an even game. I mean, yeah, 65-35 possession, but it's an even game. All things considered. I thought they'd be hanging on for dear life by now. They're doing better than that, which that's a low bar, but it's a low bar. But they're doing better than hanging on for dear life. They're thriving somewhat. They're thriving somewhat. Pedro Porro holding his nose. I'm a realistic Chivas fan. 100 years seems a little bit crazy, though. We're 8 years down. Eight years down, 92 to go. 18th minute, free kick for Tottenham. Cross in, header over the bar. Honestly, though, I'm really I wouldn't say, what's the word? Oh, there you go. You know, I'm honestly impressed with Tottenham so far. I'm actually impressed, but you know, if you want to call it a 0-0 game of bore fest, sure. Oh, that's crazy. Tommy McNamara went to the Las Vegas Lights. That's crazy. Tommy Mac is playing for Las Vegas. That's crazy. That's cool. Oh, Jose Bautista has that kind of pull, doesn't he? If Atlas took 70 years, why can't it take Chivas 100? I don't think Chivas is going to be that bad for that long. They're going to have to find, like, remember the time they made the final a couple of years ago when, what was it, 23? They made the final out of nowhere, though. At some point, they're going to have to win a title like that. Like, at some point before 100 years are up, they're going to win a title out of nowhere. Like a blind squirrel finds a nut. Maybe they don't deserve it, but, you know, they got close. That's going to go out for a goal kick. Tottenham's been doing okay. But, like, when it comes to Chivas, at some point, they're going to have to win a title out of nowhere that nobody expects them to, and a blind squirrel finds a nut. At some point, that's going to happen before 100 years hits. Like, I legit believe that. They may not be the best team, but Amari Vergara has another 40 years. Scratch that, he's overweight. I give him 30 years. The club will be better without him. I give it 30 at most. You'll be fine. And even then, they almost found a blind squirrel, almost found a nut, 3 years ago while he was still the president of the club? At worst, it's 30 years, yeah. At worst, 30 years before the dementia gets him or death gets him, and your team will be better off. 35 years at worst. I would agree with that. Some of these results have been crazy. You know what? America, they might suck right now, honestly. So what? I guess Portland got screwed. Honestly, Portland got screwed. I'm not going to say Portland is a little bit worse than the worst team in Mexico. America sucks right now. That's my thoughts. Trash. It's all falling apart. 23rd minute, 0-0. Jardinet has lost his touch. Playing forward, shot over the bar, Chevalier. He hasn't, you know what? He ain't so bad, though. Good save by Chevalier. Puts it over the bar. They should have lost to Portland. We got hard done by. America needs to get rid of deadweight, Igor, Kevin Alvarez, Jonah, Araujo. Wait, Kevin Alvarez? Oh, yeah, he has been bad recently. He has kind of fallen off a cliff. Yeah, that's fair. Man, 2 years ago, though, he was that dude. He was like the next big thing 2 years ago. You're right, he has kind of fallen off a cliff. 24th minute. And that's a water break. Wait, in Italy, a water break? Hold on. Now, I need to see this. A water break in Italy. Jesus Lord. This ain't the frickin' USA. Uh, 91 degrees. Holy shit. It's 91 degrees in Udinese at night. $91 degrees. Let's look at the Weather Channel. 70. I don't know how realistic that is. 70, they say 70 degrees right now. They wouldn't be having water breaks during 70-degree weather. 84 degrees right now. 87 is the real feel. Okay, that's... Yeah, that sounds about more... Is it a full stadium? And it kind of looks like it. It looks mostly full. The white blobs are Tottenham jerseys. I would say, yeah, it looks mostly full. It's nighttime and it's 84 degrees. 84 degrees, you need a water break? You're a bunch of punks. Throw in for Tottenham. They're doing pretty damn good. Jesus. Wait, you're saying for $300? Or did you get them when they were closer to 100? But hey, enjoy it. I know Punk's going to be on that show. I wonder if Cena is. I think they said, did they? Brought down. I'm only going for Cena. He's scheduled that night. Okay, I thought so. I don't think he's gone to Chicago yet this year, so I'm not surprised they scheduled him for September. I know they've been to Chicago this year already. I didn't think Cena was there the last time they were in Chicago, so yeah, that doesn't surprise me that they're not going to let Cena miss Chicago. No, especially on SmackDown. Yeah. I wonder what he's going to base his shirt off of for Chicago. Cubs? White Sox? No, that ain't happening. Oh, it is the Rosemont Horizon. It might be the Chicago Bulls. Either that or the Cubs. The SmackDown after Paris. Okay. Yeah. Cross cleared away. Yep, the first Friday of September. Okay. 28th minute, 0-0. I heard they're going to do a pay-per-view. He faces Brock at Paris. No, he's facing Logan Paul. See, they're saving the Brock match for a pay-per-view in September in Indianapolis because they're going to counter-program All Out. So they're not even going to send Brock to Perth. They're going to have Brock go to Indianapolis and face Cena there in, mid-September or something. And then Perth comes after, I presume. At the end of September, I think. So, yeah, no. Cena is going to face Brock at the soon-to-be-announced pay-per-view in September. Probably Fastlane, because it's in Indianapolis. Brock versus Cena against All Out. And then Cena does some random shit at Perth. I would hope facing AJ Styles for the IC title, but it's still alive. We do not flinch. Well, no. Similar playbook, but it's actually going to be a full-on regular pay-per-view. Like everybody, well, you know what I mean. But yes, a last-minute announced pay-per-view to take over AEW's weekend, yes. Which I'm not against it at all. And who knows, maybe they'll throw a takeover in there for good measure. On Sunday. Who knows? But yeah, it seems, at least if you go by the rumors, yeah, Cena's going to wrestle Brock there in Indianapolis on All Out weekend on the WWE pay-per-view they used to counter-program it. And then, I guess, Perth will face AJ Styles for the IC title. It all works out, I guess. Evolution was awesome. I agree. It was awesome. I think it was the same day as the Club World Cup final, which meant I got to watch it because it came on later. But it was a good pay-per-view. Like, it was a damn good show. Yeah, Triple H loves those long storylines, though. 31st minute. But here's the problem with the surprises is if you can't book them, like John Cena's heel turn. Sometimes the surprises don't make no damn sense. Or they don't get booked well, like John Cena's heel turn. Cross in. Now, Heyman going with Rollins, now that's been actually booked very well. Ball crossed in, clear away by Vitinha. Yeah, Brock Lesnar's son plays for Medicine Hat Tigers hockey team. WHL. Yeah, Brock's son plays hockey. And his daughter, of course, is a shot putter. Track and field shot putter. More of the field events than the track events, though. They're actually solid, turns out. Maybe they weren't wrong to fire Postecoglou. Thomas Frank ain't that bad. Thomas Frank is actually a good manager. Turns out, Tottenham made a good hire, replacing Postecoglou. But Brentford, though. Brentford was good timing in the right situation. I'm sure he helped, which that's what this is proving. I wasn't saying Thomas Frank was complete shit, but Brentford was the perfect situation. And Mbeumo, Tony, Wisa, it was the perfect situation. And he did help, but turns out Brentford's more fucked than I thought. Pardon my French. Like, they're that screwed. I can't even just say screwed. Brentford is legit fucked. I don't use that lightly. Pardon my French, but I don't use it lightly. They're screwed. They're more than screwed. They lost their main 2 strikers and their manager. Yeah, no, they're cooked. They're cooked. They're cooked 6 ways from Sunday. Grilled, fried, and baked. All in one. What do you think of PSG? They're fraudulent, I guess. What do you know? Chelsea exposed them for the frauds that they are, and Tottenham is just building on it. That was good. Sadly enough, Naomi, in the middle of her run, she's either hurt for a long time or she's going to have a baby. I mean, nobody knows. If she was injured, people would know what her injury is. The fact that nobody knows what's going on with her, but they're saying she's going to be out for a while, leads me to believe, and a lot of other people, that she's pregnant. Horrible timing, Jimmy. Horrible timing. Jimmy's pullout game is weak, is what we found out, I guess. Over the bar. Brentford are cooked, I agree. Thomas Frank is him, is what I'm figuring out now. Yes, Kvaratskhelia is still there. He started this game, and he hasn't really showed up at all. But, you know, he's been playing. For an early afternoon stream, we really went off the rails already. 0-0, but Tottenham, solid. 75 passes completed. I mean, they look much better than that. Honestly, yes. Then again, Luis Enrique got outmanaged by Enzo Maresca. And let me be real, going into the Prem last year, and hell, by December, I still think Thomas Frank. See, I still thought Thomas Frank was a better manager than Maresca for a long time last year. Until the Club World Cup happened. Let's be real. Man, that rant when Legia Warsaw beat Chelsea, that aged like milk. Oh! Yeah, well, yeah, Owen's the only fat character on Total Drama Island, yeah. Nobody else has been as fat as Owen, that's true. As somebody who loves the Total Drama series, yeah, nobody's as fat as Owen, yeah. It's a stretch, but you kind of, well, yeah. Well, Solo's husky, but I wouldn't say he's fat, but yeah, it's kind of a stretch, but do it if you want to. Solo likes to shoot back at fans, so if he chirps back at you, that'd be funny. Better record it. .38th minute. .38th minute. Man, Tottenham, I'm calling him Rooney. Rooney 2025. Okay, that's better. Actually, though, he looks a lot more like Rooney than he does Owen. He kind of still has that, like, skin fade that Rooney has. Actually, shit, that's genius. Hey, donkey! You're Wayne Rooney! That's actually genius shit. That's good. Hey, donkey! See you later, yeezus. Header. Drops down, shot! Oh, shot, goal, 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 goal! Tottenham! They do it again! Out of nowhere! They slot one home! What a shocker! Mickey van de Ven! Oh my God! Ah! They did it again, just like the Europa League final. Just like the Europa League final. Out of nowhere, a mistake from PSG, and Van de Ven slots it home. The header lands down, shot by Palhinha. And Van de Ven off the crossbar lands to Van de Ven, and it's a goal. Mickey van de Ven, 0-1 for Tottenham. They might pull this off. Yeah, I am shocked. 40th minute, Mickey van de Ven. His first goal was only goal of the match, and it's a one-match series. Man, if they pull this shit off, they're going to check it. They're going to kick it off. It counts. And it counts. Mickey van de Ven. Wow. 39th minute, 0-1. PSG are down to Tottenham. That was a more pretty goal. That was a more pretty goal than the Europa League final, but still, based off a mistake. Palhinha with a header off the crossbar, and it lands for Van de Ven. Ain't that something? 41st minute. Oh, no. Rory Jennings is not my favorite Chelsea YouTuber. I want him to shut the hell up. Frankly. Lewis. Let's be clear here. My favorite Chelsea YouTuber is Carefree Lewis. It's Lewis. Always has been, always will be. Always has been, always will be. It's Lewis. Palhinha is a damn good signing for Tottenham. Sadly enough, he's on loan. 42nd minute. Barcola blocked away. Is PSG going to get serious here, or? I don't. PSG might be fraudulent. Chelsea's either that damn team and Tottenham is actually going to be pretty damn good. Or PSG was riding a heater. That's out for a corner. Or PSG was just riding a heater that finally just ran out. And somehow ran out when Chelsea. Or maybe PSG was just riding a heater that ran out. And maybe they're tired. I don't know. This is their first game back. I don't even think they've had a preseason match before this. Like, I think from the Club World Cup final to this match, they have not had a preseason match in between. At least Chelsea had two before their first Prem match. So, if that's the case, if it's rust, that's on you. You just were playing a month ago, though, so don't. Kippa? Young Kippa or whatever? That TikTok dude that now makes... Either way. 44th minute. Honestly, the only reason Chelsea didn't win the Champions League is they didn't make it. You know what? The more I watch, the more I believe. Chelsea's winning the Champions League this year. Cross in. You know what? PSG is fraudulent. Real Madrid still sucks. Barcelona has no defense. Tottenham ain't. They may be lucky, but they ain't going to be that good for that long. Liverpool, okay, they might. But I can't discredit Liverpool. But other than that, Chelsea's winning the Champions League. They would have won it if they were there. I think maybe they just were on a heater that finally ran out. That's my opinion. That's all I can say. 45th minute. Their heater ran out. They're not a bad team, but they were on like unbeatable form. At some point, that was going to run out. Header. At some point, that form was going to run out. It just did at the perfect time. But then again, they also lost to Botafogo. Header off the crossbar or off the post. 45 minutes, 0-1. But then again, they lost to Botafogo. So, 1 minute of stoppage time. It's not like this is crazy. He ended the stream at halftime of the Super Cup. Troops! Get up, troops! Ha! He didn't even do that during the Europa League. Get up, troops! Get up! He legit did. Get up! Get up! 45th, 46th minute, and it's halftime. And Tottenham has the lead at the half. 0-1. They've actually been pretty damn solid. And he was onside by fingertip. And Van de Ven. Boom. Tottenham has the lead at the half, 1-0. 45 more minutes. And if they can hold on, which they've been damn solid, they're going to win the Super Cup. They will be the first Europa League champion to win the Super Cup since Atletico Madrid in 2018. If they can hold on. Crazy. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. Man. We'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Get this one going. Sit tight. We will be back. Tottenham leads. 45 more minutes to go. Can they win the Super Cup? We're going to find out. Sit tight. Be back. Back for the stats at the half. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. We have 71% possession, a 29% possession, 4 shots to 9, 0 shots on goal to 3. Have 258 accurate passes, 89% pass accuracy to 83, 73% pass accuracy, 3 fouls to 4, 3 corners to 1, 4 shots to 9. We have 0 shots on goal to 3. That's funny. 290 pass to 114, 89% pass accuracy to 73, 16 throws to 7, 0 offside to 3, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, and 1-1 at the half. PSG is not playing that well tonight. Tottenham, they're damn good right now. They're solid. They're damn solid. That's all I can really say is Tottenham are damn solid tonight. I have to say. But for me, Tottenham's doing what they got to do. They're doing what they got to do. They're playing solid. They look solid. Very, very, very solid. I mean, I'm surprised, really. To a certain extent, I'm surprised. You know, I'm surprised Tottenham are up and leading. I really am. I wouldn't have thought at all. Like, I wouldn't think so at all. But Mickey van de Ven leads or gives Tottenham the lead. They played really damn well. I'm not questioning it. I'm not shooting on them. I think Tottenham's been playing well. PSG, they're not the same team they were before the Chelsea loss. Let's see if PSG have played a preseason friendly before this. Let's see. They have not. No, this is their first game back. This is their first game back. And then they play Nantes on the weekend. It's Tottenham's first game in the Prem at home. Hold on. They play Burnley at home, so they could bring the Super Cup with them to North London and show it off. And that probably should be a win, too, all things considered. There you go. So, is PSG worse than Bayern? I guess so, then. Is PSG worse than Bayern? Because Bayern beat the ever-loving hell out of Tottenham. It wasn't Munich, though, so that might be part of the problem. That might be part of the problem. Either way, but with that being said, oh, look, a CFL ad. It's cool. With that being said, we're getting ready for the second half of this game. We'll also be live for Forge versus Vancouver. Don't forget that. $45 more minutes. Can Tottenham hold on? But we got a second half to start. Zaire Emery, he started. So there you go. Can Tottenham hold or even score more? Tottenham are up 1-0. That's the one thing we do know. Mexico will play Ecuador, Guadalajara. Yep, we saw that. Or I saw that news last night. $45 more minutes. Tottenham winning a second trophy in 2 months. The world legitimately is ending, probably, I guess. It's the end of the world as we know it. Is the world actually ending? Is this a sign of the apocalypse? Second half about to start. Here we go. Okay, we're good. And we're off. Goal kick here for Vicario. 45th minute. Playing forward, Tottenham, Spence. It's going to go backwards. Tottenham have the ball. 47th minute. Attacking here, Tottenham has the ball. Over the top. Picked up. I wonder if Luis Enrique will throw a tantrum again. I wonder. I'm interested to see. Shot save! Richarlison shoots straight at Chevalier. Ain't this something? Van de Ven gets fouled. "47th minute. Free kick. Over the top. Header. Save. Goal. 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 Christian Romero. The ball hits the back of the net, and it's 2-0. Christian Romero heads it in. I don't know if that was supposed to be a cross or a pass. I have no idea. But Christian Romero is onside as the ball plays through and he heads it in. And it bounces off the hands of Chevalier and in. Christian Romero knuckles it through and it crosses the line without another touch. Besides the hands of Chevalier. Down forced it in. 0-2. 0-2 for Tottenham. Wow. Wow. Christian Romero. What was PSG's defense? Nowhere to be seen. 0-2. Tottenham leads. Tottenham is being Christian Romero. Tottenham is getting lucky. The captain, Christian Romero, with a goal. Ball played over the top. 49th minute. Nil 2. 48th minute. I can't believe it. Shot. Oh! He got ran over. That's a goal kick the other way. I'd love Canada to host the full World Cup. I would have no problem with it. If Canada hosted the full-on World Cup, I'd have no problem with it. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going, but it's 2-0. Honestly, I can't believe it either. Kvaratskhelia fouls Van de Ven. I honestly can't believe it either. Playing forward, 50th minute. Player down. Free kick for Tottenham. And they're leading 2-0, and they've been damn solid. Shot, goal! No, it went over the bar. It went over. It went over. I thought that was almost 3. Holy Lord. Cross in. Header. I thought that was 3. Past the post and behind. I thought that was 3. Shit. I got there. Let me be real. I got there. Let me be real. I got there. But, you know, that's on me. There we go. 2-0, 53rd minute. Richarlison gets a yellow card. Tottenham leads 2-0, which is still pretty damn good for them, all things considered. Amazing defensive play from Spurs. Offensively, they've put away their chances. They've had more really good chances, high-quality chances than PSG. PSG, they've been quelled very, very, very easily, I should say. They've been very much easily defended against. I am honestly shocked that this game is going the way it has, to be fair. I really am. 54th minute. If this somehow ends up getting tied, I think they go straight to penalties. No extra time. I don't think that'll happen, though. I'd be surprised if it did. Playing forward. '55th minute. PSG. Good clearance. They almost screwed that up, but it's a free kick the other way. Free kick for Tottenham. Barcola gets a yellow card. Toronto has to play Cleveland, Atlanta versus Washington versus Indiana at the NBA Cup. All right. Playing forward. '56th minute. We're getting closer to the hour mark. And PSG have not found an answer to Tottenham. The longer they can hold on without an answer, the better. The longer they can hold up without an answer, that'll be a goal kick. Yeah, I think Arsenal fans are already giving up. But if that happens, dude. Really? That's crazy. Playing forward. Here comes Tottenham. Free kick for Tottenham, 58th minute. I think they're already giving up. Well, hey, if it's a good signing, why wouldn't you milk it? Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Tottenham has a free kick at a dangerous position. '58th minute. '58th minute. Dude, I can't. The world might actually. Is this a trumpet of the apocalypse? Free kick for Tottenham. Shot wide. Holy crap, that was close. Holy crap, that was close to being a goal. The pace was going to beat the goalie. The pace was going to beat Chevalier. If that just pushed into the top bins. Huh. João Neves suspended against Tottenham. Oh, what do you know? He actually was. He's going to miss the first match of the Ligue 1 season as well. So, no, João Neves won't miss the Intercontinental Cup final. He takes his red card during the Super Cup in his first league match. '60th minute. Kvaratskhelia for Fabian Ruiz, 60th minute. Here comes the hour mark. I would have thought that João Neves would have been suspended for the Intercontinental Cup, and if they made it again, the Intercontinental Cup or the first game of the next Club World Cup. But no, Super Cup and first league game, because I guess that's easier, I guess. Fair enough. Huh. Doué, PSG fan was like, Doué going into midfield was my dream. That didn't end well for you. 61st minute. Header cleared away. Shot saved. It's a free kick the other way. 62nd minute. 2-0 Tottenham. 2-0 for Tottenham. They're going to keep pushing. $62 minutes of 90. Tottenham are getting closer and closer to the Super Cup. Watching this at work. Well, I mean, you're not missing anything, that's for sure. It's a damn good game. I don't know about a classic, but no human son. Tottenham's still winning. I'm surprised. I'm just surprised as you are. I'm just surprised as you are. $63rd minute. This is crazy. Goal kick for PS or Tottenham for Tottenham. It's already a legendary moment. I don't think it has to take 50 years for this to be a legendary moment. This is already a legendary moment if they pull this off. The closer we get, the more we realize this is a legendary moment. Playing forward. $65th minute. $65-90. I can already see the Spurs fans and Arsenal fans arguing on social media. This is going to be freaking cinema. Shot blocked away for a corner. Offside. Offside, that'll be a goal kick. 75-85. 25 more minutes. And Tottenham are 25 minutes away, give or take a couple. Mostly give. Very likely give. From a Super Cup championship. 2 trophies in 3 months. They won the Europa League and they're about to win the Super Cup. PSG is about to blow it again. Are they actually frauds or were they? Tottenham's done damn good defensively. Shot, save. Fabian Ruiz, rebound, shot, blocked. Another shot, but there's a goal. Barcola. Barcola's offside. They call Barcola offside. Still 0-2. Fabian Ruiz was definitely offside. That's not a question. Now the question being, Barcola dropped back. I'm guessing Ruiz is the offside because he did play the ball. Barcola never was when the ball was being played towards him, but Ruiz was. Has any other winner of the Europa League won the Super Cup? Atletico Madrid, a couple of times. Nutmegged, Vicario. Last time it was Atletico, and I think the last couple of times it's been Atletico. 0-2, and that is Lee Kong-in coming on for Zaire Emery, 67th minute. Ibrahim Mbai is on as well. List of UEFA Super Cup matches. There we go. 68th minute. The Super Cup, or UEFA Cup. It's been the UEFA Cup since 2000. Galatasaray beat Real Madrid. Golden goal. Liverpool beat Bayern Munich. Valencia beat Porto. Sevilla beat Barcelona. Zenit beat Man United. Atletico Madrid beat Inter Milan. Atletico Madrid beat Chelsea. Atletico Madrid beat Real Madrid. The last 3 times a UEFA Europa League champion, which ever since the Europa League became a thing, the last time the UEFA Cup champion, it was Zenit. Atletico Madrid have been the team. Every time it's been since it's become the Europa League, Atletico Madrid has won over UEFA Champions League winners. So Tottenham's going to be the first team that isn't Atletico out of the Europa League era to do it. Ever since it became the UEFA Cup champions, which is the Europa League, there has been Galatasaray, Zenit, Liverpool, Sevilla. Lazio was the last Winners' Cup champion to play the Super Cup, and they beat Man United. Chelsea also beat Real Madrid in the Super Cup. So, never listen to journalists again. Some journalists were gassing up PSG. I wasn't. You can't lose to Chelsea and have me gas you up. That ain't happening. It was Real Betis a mid-card team, yes. Chelsea beat them like a drum. What do you think? That's crazy. Up to 1997, the UEFA Super Cup was played on aggregate. Hell, I never knew that. Shit. I don't know if y'all knew that either, depending on how old you are. 1997 was the last year that the Super Cup was played over 2 legs. Man United played Red Star Belgrade, a 1-legged tie. Yep. There were a couple of 1-legged ones, but most of them were aggregate. 70th minute. That's crazy. George Strait, Kennedy Center honoree. Nice. Lovely. George Strait deserves it. 20 minutes to go. So, ever since the trophy became the Europa League, or Shakhtar Donetsk, was the last team to win the UEFA Cup as the UEFA Cup. Atletico was the first team to win the Europa League as the Europa League. And then Atletico beat Milan. Atletico's won 3 Super Cups out of a Europa League position. Shot wide over Inter, Chelsea, and Real Madrid. And 2 of them were regular time. 1 of them was extra time. Solanke and Gray coming on for Tottenham, 71st minute. Water break. Paulinho and Richarlison is out for Solanke and Gray. with 19 minutes to go. A blind squirrel's got to find a nut quicker than you think. Huh. Second half, it's getting closer and closer. "19 minutes. "73rd minute. PSG kicked out Donnarumma. Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if they should regret that or not. I think Donnarumma would have made a couple of saves on the goals that went in. Chevalier's got wrists made of chocolate. No, I just think PSG, they were on a heater that was unsustainable. And Chelsea beat them at the right time. It's like a Darman episode. PSG gets rid of Donnarumma and lives to regret it. So you see, or whatever the hell. So you see, 74th minute. Darman, really? Okay. "74th minute. Trailblazers got bought out by Carolina Hurricanes owner. Yeah, I saw that. Justice for Donnarumma. I don't know what the hell happened there. The locker room turned on him like that. "75th minute. 15 minutes to go." Yep, we saw that. Honestly, that ain't such a bad move, I would say. 75th minute, 2-0 for Tottenham. PSG still hasn't found it. Of course, we'll have stoppage time. How much of it? Probably more in a minute than the first half. The first half had a minute. I don't think it'd be that much, but 4 to 5 minutes. Under 5 minutes, I would say, with the way this game's going. Which, I mean, Tottenham's being smart. Don't waste any time. Don't waste any time. When you waste time, it might come back to bite you in the ass. Luis Enrique said he's 100% responsible for Donnarumma's exit. See how that locker room turned on him. 76th minute. Instantly. Cross in. Tottenham. Gonzalo Ramos coming on for Desiree Douay. I don't know what's more embarrassing, losing the Club World Cup to Chelsea or losing the Super Cup to Tottenham. I don't know what's more embarrassing. Do you think Chelsea should have been playing the Super Cup final instead? Well, you know what? I feel like it's kind of fair to have the Europa League champion play the Conference League champion, and the winner of that game plays the Super Cup final against the Champions League winner. But I still think Chelsea would have beat Tottenham. But we sort of got our shot, technically, at the Club World Cup final. We got our shot, and we won. More dominantly than Tottenham. Tottenham have walked a tightrope, but they found their way through. Chelsea dominated PSG. Tottenham, they're winning. They're not dominating Tottenham. There's two different stories here. Like Tottenham are not dominating PSG. They're winning, but they're not dominating PSG like Chelsea did. Tottenham have taken their chances. They've been very good defensively, but I would not say this game has been a dominant win at all. Solid performance. Very good defensively. Heads up play offensively. Also the fact that Chevalier is freaking hands made of chocolate. But either way, wrist made of chocolate. But either way, 79th minute. Matthias Tell coming on for Tottenham. For Kudus. 11 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Minutes to go plus stoppage time. Tottenham, if they don't allow a goal instantly, I think they should be fine. Injustice that Salah never won a Ballon d'Or. He might just do it this year, though. Frankly. Thomas Muller's on a plane. He ain't playing Forge tonight, that's for sure. Okay, Forge has a chance. Playing forward, PSG. Final 10 minutes. Does Tottenham have a better season than Arsenal? I mean, if Arsenal just finishes fourth and doesn't win anything, Tottenham already has had a better season. And I think Arsenal will finish fourth and not win a damn thing. Winning the Super Cup would be just enough. And that's a free kick top of the box. Free kick at the top of the box. I think he does. Either way, Lee Kong-in fouled at the top of the box, but at least he got fouled at the top of the box. Toppled over 81st minute. I will say this. If Tottenham wins this Super Cup and Arsenal does not win anything and only finishes top four, Tottenham's already had a better season. They've already had a better season. I mean, yeah, we're going to have to wait 8 months to figure it out. But if Arsenal does not win anything and Tottenham and just finishes top four, Tottenham's had a better season. They certainly have had a better calendar year than Arsenal, for sure. That'll be a goal kick for Tottenham. I will guarantee you, Tottenham's had a better 2025 than Arsenal. That is for sure already. If Arsenal does what I expect them to do, which is not a damn thing, but finish top 4, Tottenham's already had a better season. They don't have to do anything but win this game, and they've already had a better season. But what about top 4? Forget that. Trophies mean more. Top 4 gets forgotten. Even if you're in the Champions League, guess what? Top 4 gets forgotten. People don't remember the top 4. People remember trophies. '83rd minute. Cross in. Oh. Seven minutes plus stoppage time. Good block. Tottenham's playing a man down for a second. They aren't anymore. Is the Super Cup start of the new season? Yes, it is. Ha! No way. 84th minute. The Premier League actually put Arsenal on the 2 days to go post. No way. They actually did it. Watch, the excuses will come. Chelsea will win the league. Tottenham's been playing damn well. Very good defensively. Very, very good defensively. 84th minute. Is PSG still a legacy of failure? Like the 1 year the Champions League doesn't matter as much, they win it. Shot, goal! There it is. It's 1-2. And Lee Kong-in puts the game back within 1. 85th minute. Tottenham still leads, but it's going to be tight. Lee Kong-in. Laser of a goal, by the way. Beautiful goal. Pops all the way back, and he just takes a laser. Boom. Had to do it, and he scores. 85th minute. This is going to be questionable. 1-2. PSG was going to score at some point. The question is will Tottenham completely blow it and go to penalties? Because I think we're going straight to penalties. Very likely, I think we go straight to penalties if it's tied after 90, which is possible. 86th minute. It's possible. Penalty shootout if scores level. Yep, so we go to penalties if it's tied after 90. So if PSG ties this game up in 4 minutes plus stoppage time, we go straight to penalties. Great shot, no stopping that. Yep, only took them an hour. It took them freaking 86 minutes. Tottenham might blow this. I would hope not. But we go straight to penalties if this ends up tied, which very likely will. If PSG scores again, it very likely will. Through the second half, possession-wise, it has been 76% possession to 24 during the second half. 72-28. The whole game. Lee Kong in brings it in within 1. 87th minute. You do. But Tottenham scored a second goal, so they still have the lead. That second goal really, really, really adds up. '87th minute. Tottenham's not human. Hey, they finally won a trophy and they want to win another trophy. Sometimes when you get the taste, you can't take away the taste, right? Header. 88th minute. It is still 2-1. Or, well, recently became 2-1. Tottenham leads 2 minutes plus stoppage time with a corner. Cleared away. Shot blocked away. That's out for another corner. Noon Minch. Oh, good block. Good block. Tottenham is fighting for their lives. Can they hold on? 1.5 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Headed away. Into the final minute. Well, no, it's 1:15 to go. Plus stoppage time. Goal kick. Dembele gets a yellow for dissent. That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a foul. It's a goal kick. Don't. Bergvall coming on for Sarr. Goal kick. How much stoppage time? 6 minutes. Well, actually 5. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Six minutes of stoppage time. Okay. When is Thomas Muller going to debut? It ain't going to be tonight. He's on a damn airplane. Probably on the weekend. I don't know if I'm happy he ain't debuting against Forge. I don't know if I'm happy or not. 6 minutes of stoppage time. Can Tottenham hold on into the final 5 minutes? 1-2. Tottenham first time winning the Super Cup. I would think so. I would think so, it is. They have not won the Super Cup, no. 2 minutes in to stoppage time, 1-2. Don't jinx it. They only won one Cup Winners' Cup, which back then was the way to get to the Super Cup. They did not win that Super Cup. They won 3 Europa Leagues. Their third was the one that got them into the Super Cup. .230 to go. Oh, actually, they've never played the Super Cup till today. That Cup Winners' Cup was so old they couldn't even play the Super Cup. Well, there you go. This is their first Super Cup, and if they win, this would be the first win. 1-0 in their history at the Super Cup if they could hold on. 93rd minute. They're halfway through stoppage time. If they allow a goal, we go to penalties. PSG. Cross in, header, goal! Gonzalo Ramos saves the day. Gonzalo Ramos with the header, and it's 2-2. We're going to go to a penalty shootout. Tottenham dropped back way too early. +3, 2-2. We're going to go to a shootout to decide the trophy. Ruiz was offside, but not when it mattered. Now watch them choking pens. Man, Tottenham. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Keepers better lock in. Tottenham should have stayed locked in. And it's 4:24. Paris Saint-Germain. Ball crossed in by Dembele. Ramos gets onto the doorstep and pops it in. And with the way this game's going, we're going to go to penalties. Brought down. Tell. Tottenham played so well for 85 minutes. PSG turned it on over the last 10. This is the PSG I was waiting to see, that I expected to see. These last 10 minutes, this is the real PSG. Damn. 5:14. What if Tottenham blows it here? Forget the shootout. That's out for a throw with seconds to go. Forget the shootout. They might just blow it here. Tottenham probably tired. At least they've played preseason games. Here's a chance. Goes down. Here comes Tottenham. Seconds to go. That's going to go out for a throw for PSG. The final seconds. At least the good news is we're going to go to penalties. Player down hurt for Tottenham. Romero. We go straight to penalties. Tottenham let PSG come back. I agree. Drop ball. Pacho. And it's full time. It's full time, 2-2. We're going to penalties. Unlike Chelsea. It's the history of the Tottenham. End of the second half. Here we go. Give me a second. Yeah, we're going to a shootout. It is still straight to a shootout. Had to make sure that was the case. We're going to a shootout. Straight to a shootout to decide the Super Cup. We'll review the game once it's over. We'll review this game once it's over. We'll be back for Forge versus Vancouver, of course, at 6 o'clock. Also, let's not forget that will end at 90 minutes no matter what. But we'll review that game as well, and then we'll be back for on Thursday night for Shelahu versus Real Esteli. I might as well, shouldn't I? Coin toss. It's time for the coin toss. The old Tottenham are back into choking. Well, I don't know if I'd say that exactly. Here we go. Can Tottenham somehow save this trophy? A roller coaster of emotions. Chevalier and Vicario going for a penalty shootout. Looks to me Tottenham will go first. Tottenham was leading 12 shots for. Let PSG do 8 more to catch up in 20 minutes. More like 10, but... PSG is going to shoot first. Shoot first, ask questions later, says PSG. Or not. Chevalier has wrists made of chocolate. No, Tottenham is going first. Chevalier has had wrists made of chocolate. That allowed both goals. So, Let's see if that happens again. Solanke. Dominic Solanke starts the shootout. Solanke starts the shootout. Their striker, can he score a penalty? Solanke with a short run-up is where he's going to go with it. Solanke, short run-up. Shot, goal! High power, 1-0. 0-1 for Tottenham. PSG will step up. Tottenham started off with a goal. As you would expect. Well, I don't know about expect, but they get it done. And they're going to send up Vitinha. PSG sends up Vitinha. Vitinha to tie the game up. Vitinha versus Vicario. Vitinha, long run up. He's just going to walk up to the ball. Shot, goal. Oh, no, he missed. Off the post. He went off the post. He misses. Tottenham has the lead to start. Oh, my God. Vitinha, where did he go with it? Off the far post. Horrible penalty. Horrible penalty. Vicario was in no man's land, and Vitinha just put it off the post. Horrible. 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 And that is Bentancur. Rodrigo Bentancur. Rodrigo Bentancur to keep it 2-0. And he does! With a laser. 2-0. 0-2 for Tottenham. Oh. Man, it sucks they blew it in regular time, but so far, they might have just shaped up. Amazing penalty by Bentancur. Amazing penalty there. Okay. 0-2. Tottenham has the lead on penalties. Gonzalo Ramos, the guy who tied this game up. Will he get PSG back within one? Gonzalo Ramos versus Vicario. He does. 1-2. 1-2. But if Tottenham scores out, they're good. Gonzalo Ramos down the middle, above Vicario. He's pretty good at penalties. That's not a shock. PSG, or Tottenham coming up to keep the lead. To know they'll keep the lead. Here they go. Here's a shot and saved. Mickey Van de Ven's penalty is saved. It's 1-2. Saved by Chevalier. Van de Ven scored the opening goal, but at this point he leaves it tied to where it could be tied for PSG and Tottenham. Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele. To tie the game up. Ousmane Dembele. Shot, goal! Vicario goes the wrong way, and it's 2-2. Van de Ven. Oh, he's going to regret that one. Tottenham, if they score, worst case scenario, it'll be tied. Van de Ven had a horrible penalty that got saved. And they're going to send up Matthias Tell. Matthias Tell. He has to score. Shot, and he missed. He puts it wide. And it's 2-2, and PSG can take the lead again. Again, Tottenham has blown it. Tottenham has blown it. Tell put it way wide. Never had a shot in hell. Tell never had a shot in hell. 2-2. And Tottenham have just blown it. If PSG scores, Tottenham has to score and then make a save. Lee Kong-in, the man who put it back within one, can give PSG the lead on this shootout. Lee Kong-in. If he scores, Tottenham has to make a save, but first of all, they'd have to score just to save this game. And it is a goal. 3-2. Tottenham has to score first. And then they have to make a save just to stay alive. Tottenham choked. Yeah, they did. And they're going to send up Pedro Porro. He has to score. Tottenham don't have experience in big moments. Well, I mean, they won the Europa League. Pedro Porro to keep it alive, or do the first point. Do the first part of keeping it alive. He has to score. Pedro Porro takes a shot and scores. He does his part. 3-2. Or 3-3. PSG, if they score, it's over. If Tottenham makes a save, we go to sudden death. To win the game, PSG, we're going to see who they send up. Tottenham did so well just to completely blow it. Well. And they're going to send up Noon Mensch. They're going to send him up. PSG doesn't deserve this win. Well, I mean, they played a good 10 minutes. Shot! Goal! And Noon Mensch wins it for PSG. 4-3 on penalties. In the end, the Champions League winners win the game and win the trophy. It wasn't pretty, but they still got it done. 2-2 on the night, 4-3 on penalties. GG's. Oh, well. Pathetic Tottenham. Man, they should have done better. With that being said, congratulations to PSG. Commiserations to Tottenham. PSG legitimately almost choked, and then Tottenham went and choked themselves. Jesus Lord. With that being said, you hate it for Tottenham, but they did it to themselves. With that being said, PSG are beatable. Tottenham should have won this game, but they choked. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this game. And then I'll be back for Forge versus Vancouver at 6 o'clock Central. Live a review for that game as well. I'll be back. See you later. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace.